Johnny Thundercloud. Boom, ba-da, boom, boom, boom. Rain. Anyway, hello. How are you today? This is Kelly Thundercloud. And I'm going to talk to you again about this same issue I've talked to you about before in the past. The serious issue about Asian carp. Now there's a certain type of Asian carp, and I believe it is called the silver carp. They are the ones that literally jump out of the water when your boat comes by. Now why do they jump out of the water when your boat comes by? Well, that's because they get agitated when they feel the vibrations and whatnot in the water, and they get freaked out, and they think it's a predator, or they think it's, you know, something big and bad and horrible. It is big and bad and horrible. It's a boat! I mean, they just freak out. They go, wah, 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 wah. And then, you know what they can do? Is they can actually fly out of the water like 6 feet and whack you in the face. And what can happen when they whack you in the face? Well, let me remind you, these fish aren't that. I'm not telling a fishing tale, people. I'm serious. They can be that big. Huge. And they come, and they're getting bigger. And, I mean, they're older, so they're getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger, so they're getting more and more and more and more of a threat. When they come out of the water and they hit you, wham! They can break your jaw. They can give you a black eye. They can break your nose. They can knock your teeth out. They can do so much destruction. They can turn your boat over if they really wanted to. I don't know if they ever have, but you know, I probably could. So I mean, they're bad, and they're all over the Illinois River system. They're everywhere. And some people are trying to stop them. There's a group called the Peoria Carp Hunters. I think that's what they're called, the Peoria Carp Hunters. They don't, you know, hunt regular common carp or anything. They hunt these Asian carp that fly out of the water, and they take a sword and whack and studded spiked baseball bat and whack and all this other cool stuff, and then they go water skiing and they look like ninjas, killing all the carp and everything. But you know, even if like everybody did that, that's not gonna do much, right? We gotta do something serious, man. This is bad. I mean, do you realize people in Wisconsin, where I live, I'm a cheese head. I like cheese. I want to eat some cheese. Moo. Moo. I'm a cow. Moo. Moo. Anyway, I like the Packers. Bears suck. And anyway, so we don't want these Asian carp going up the rivers into Wisconsin. And why are we worried? They're in Illinois, and why are we worried about them coming to Wisconsin? They're in the Mississippi River. The Mississippi River is connected to the Rock River, and the Rock River flows through Wisconsin. It also flows through Illinois, but it is more, the Rock River is better in Wisconsin than it is in Illinois, just because it is. Even though in Illinois they have Rockford, where everything's named after rocks. But anyway, my point is, they can come up into Wisconsin via the Rock River. They can come up in Wisconsin via the Wisconsin River. And the biggest threat of all, they can come up into Wisconsin via the Illinois River. Oh my gosh! But the Illinois River is in Illinois, it's not in Wisconsin. No, it isn't, but you know what's directly connected to it? It almost is the same river, it just kind of runs in. I believe it meets with the remember how to pronounce this. It's not pronounced like you think it'd be pronounced. It's pronounced the lazy way. Des Plaines River. And the Fox, I believe they kind of converge and then they form the Illinois River. So the Fox River goes all the way up to pretty much where I'm sitting right now, and it's directly connected. That means those carp, those jumping fish can go right up and they can invade our state. They cannot. So they can't stop the cheese. No, they are not going to be cheesehead fish. Anyway, there's this study, I guess, that's going on that they have to study. You know, the government has to study everything before they do anything. That's just how the government works. So the government has to do this study. It's called like GLIMRIS or something. Oh wait, GLIMRIS. No, that's the people that sing, "What does the fox say?" I think that's how you pronounce it anyway. But anyway, there's this study that's going on. And the study, it is going to take a really, really long time for this study to take place. And in the meantime, while the government is studying, how can we separate the Chicago canals from the Great Lakes and all this other stuff? How can we do that? We need money, we need money, we need money. Oh, give me your money, give me your grant money, grant money, grant money. Give me the money, says the government. Anyway, instead of just doing it, they have to study it first. Why? Who knows? They're the government. What we need is all you people watching, you have to urge your government to get working on this project, because if we don't separate the canals, there will be Asian carp in the Great Lakes. And you know what that means? The entire United States can get infected with this. Well, almost the entire. You know what? If they get everywhere, they're just going to get everywhere. And this is bad, because these fish are invasive. And why do I care? Well, because the other fish need to live. The fish that are good for our rivers need to live in our rivers, not these infectious fish. Alright, do you see my point? So if you're watching this, you better go and urge your government. Write your letters. Do whatever you got to do. Tell them you have to stop, you know, this worthless studying and just get down to it and stop these fish. Don't sit there and study and wait for them to, you know, while you're sitting there and studying, they're going to come and they're going to spread. And they're going to get in the Great Lakes, they're going to get in Wisconsin, they're going to get in Minnesota, they're going to get in Michigan, they're going to get in Ohio, they're going to get in Indiana, and then all of a sudden they're going to be in like Florida and everywhere else. And you know, while you're wasting your time, that's what's going to happen. And then there's going to be this huge invasion, and it's going to be horrible, and everybody's going to be injured. So just do what I said. Yeah.